And then, yung pong kotse pinakawalan at yung motor nila ay in-impound. Sir, meron po siyang lisensya. Lisensya galing po sa Amerika. This is what's gonna happen.
Hello and welcome back to Living Abroad. Today I have another case of a foreigner having trouble in the Philippines. This is going to be a blind reaction. If you want to see the original, check it out on Rafi Tofo in action. Let's see what we can learn from this story.
Nandito ngayon sa ating studio si Miss Annalyn, kasamang asawa na si Maury Gottman, isang American citizen. Mr. Maury, good afternoon to you. Welcome to TV5.
Thank you.
I was informed that you used to be a sheriff in the U.S.
Yes,
Okay, and which state is that?
Illinois,
In
Chicago.
I'll have to speak to your wife in Tagalog. Is that okay?
That is
Alright.
fine.
Ma'am Annalyn, kayo po ay nabangga, nakamotor po kayo ni Mister. Ang nangyari, sa halip na yung kotse ay impound at makulong yung driver, pinakawalan
Opo.
at yung motor nyo ang in-impound.
Opo.
Paano ba nangyari sa banggaan?
Tama kaming daan, sir.
Okay.
Sila yung bigla na lang,
Sumulpot na lang.
Sumulpot.
Saan banda po ito?
General Trias.
Sa may Cavite po ito. Yung driver, ano, sa lalaki, babae?
Babae po.
Pagkatapos ng aksidente, meron agad dumating na
Police.
investigador, police.
Dinala
Okay.
kami sa office nila.
Sa presinto.
Mm-mm.
Kayo at saka yung driver ng kotse. Ano nangyari pagdating sa presinto?
Sila lang yung nag-usap muna.
Nang hindi kayo kaharap,
Mm-mm.
hindi nyo alam anong pinag-usapan.
Huli kami pinapasok.
Hindi maganda yung sinasabi nyo. So, nung mag-usap na kayo na lahat na pulis at saka yung nakabangga at saka kayo, anong nangyari po?
Nagtaka na lang kami bakit yung kotse ang i-release.
Okay.
Tapos yung motor daw namin ang i-impound.
Ano pong dahilan ibinigay ng pulis? Ba't
Kasi
ganon?
daw siya walang lisensya.
Wala siyang international license.
Mayroon po doon.
Meron siyang driver's license. So, dapat i-honor yan. Kahit na sabihin na natin wala siyang lisensya, the fact na nakabangga yung kotse na yon at kasama kayo sa aksidente, dalawa, dapat na-impound. Magandang tanghali po sa inyo, SP1 Taal. Sir, SP1?
Okay, before we hear the SP side right now, from my understanding, they got hit by a woman driver, got their motorbike confiscated, and the police released the car that hit them. Even though this guy had a driver's license, international driver's license. So there should have been no reason to impound his car, or his motorbike, I should say, and not release it. Right now, I can only imagine what happened. They said, hey, foreigner, let's take it from him, take the bike, and we'll try to get some money out of this dude. And the girl's probably crying, oh, I'm so sorry, it's my first time driving. Yeah, get out of here. You're not going to give us any money. Just my assumption at this point.
And then, yung pong kotse pinakawalan at yung motor nila ay in-impound. Nabangga po sila ng kotse at ang siste, yung kotse po ay hindi na-impound at yung motor po ang na-impound. Bakit po ganun na nangyari, sir?
Parehas po silang tinikitan yan kasi hindi naman po malinaw yung banggaan nila.
Teka muna, sir, ang sinasabi sa amin, pagdating daw po ng presinto, kinausap nyo itong nakabangga sa kanila, binukod nyo na kayo lang po dalawa nag-uusap, and then after that, saka lang sila pinapasok at kayong lahat ay nag-usap-usap na.
Hindi ko po alam yung sinasabi nila na kinausap ko ng hiwalay sila. Sabay po silang kinakausap.
Bakit po yung kotse hindi po in-impound?
Paano po nga i-impound yung sasakyan, yung kotse, gayong wala namang nakasampang demanda doon?
Dahil yan po ay nakabangga, naka-aksidente, tao pa man din, at malubha po yung na-aksidente nila at na-ospital, natural lang sir na i-hold yan, i-impound yan, and then yung pong piskal na ang magsasabi kung yan ba'y dapat i-release for further investigation, hindi po kaya mag-release niyan. Sa piskal po dadaan yan. Napaka-ignorante mo naman sir, mawalang galang na sa'yo. Zandro J. Tafalla, Chief of Police General Trias Cavite. Magandang hapon po.
Maganda po sir.
Sir, kanina pa ito sa news sa baba. Sila po inabangga dyan po sa Cavite. Yung pong kotse na nakabangga, pinakawalan sir, sabi sige, pwede na kayo umuwi. Samantalang yung kanila pong motor, na kumpleto papeles naman sir, na yun po talaga ang nabangga, yun pong in-impound. Ngayon, nung tinatanong ko si SP Ontal, ba't naman ganun? Sabi ni SP Ontal, kasi wala ang isinampang kaso. Kaya pinakawalan kong kotse. So ngayon sa nahihirapan itong mag-asawa na tubusin yung kanilang motor, ayaw pong ipatubos.
Ganun po ba?
Opo. Ito pong American citizen, sheriff po ito sa Amerika. Kaya nga nung mag-uusap kami kanina sa baba off-air, dismayado siya. Sabi niya sa amin, sa kanilang bansa, halos pareho naman batas natin, hindi daw ganito. Kung sino daw may sala, talagang yun daw dapat ang managot. Kaya nagtaka siya, bakit daw dito yung may sala pinakawalan? So, Colonel, sana po, makakatulong po kayo dito sa problema ito, Colonel.
Kaya sabi na kay investigador, ay kaya daw po doon na-hold yung motor, ay wala po lisensya yung Amerikano.
Sir, meron po siyang lisensya. Lisensya galing po sa Amerika. In-honor po yan. In fact, yung California driver's license ko po, nung kumukuha pa po ako ng lisensya sa LTO, ako po'y hinuli, pinakita ko po yung California driver's license sa HPG. In-honor po.
Pwede po yun, basta may passport lang po.
Exactly. So, sir, yung po motor ma-release.
Ako po ang mag-ano niyan, mag-aasikaso. Wala naman kami reason para i-hold pa ho yan.
Okay.
So, paparelease po natin yan, yung motor.
Sige po. Colonel, salamat po, Colonel. SP1 Romel Taal, magandang hapon po.
Hello po.
Mali po talaga yung ginawa ninyo na pakakawalan yung pong kotse. Sabihin na po natin, hindi nyo po nakita itong driver's license niya. Dapat, sir, siya ang hinold nyo, hindi po yung kanyang motor.
Ganito yan, sir. Kasi po, parehas naman silang tinikita noon. Parehas na sasakyan ay ini-hold.
Okay.
Ang ano nga lang po, hindi naman po namin pwedeng i-hold ng ganong katagal yung kotse kayong hindi naman po nagsampa ng demanda sila, sir.
Kasampa sana kami ng kaso, wala naman yung kotse, nirelease na nila.
Oh, kita mo, SP1.
I-release po ba namin the day? Hindi naman po namin nirelease the day
Kaya
na
ba
pangyari.
Nirelease ba yung kotse after a few days o right there and then?
Nung gabi, sir, hindi na namin nakita.
Oh, nung araw din yun eh. Diba, SP1? Anyway, ganito lang po para mapaiksi na tayo SP1. Sir, darating kami dyan. Yung motor po nila i-release po dito sa kanila. Meron po siyang driver's license from Chicago, Illinois. I-honor po ito para makuha niyo na po yung motor niya. Okay, sir?
Okay po.
Okay, sir?
Po.
Good.
Before we see what's going to happen, so they let go of the car that hit him, and excuse after excuse. I like how Rafi Tilfel did not let it go. He was very clear and how both of those people, first the officer and also his supervisor, are both in the wrong for holding that bike, even though this guy had a driver's license. Then they moved the goalposts, like, oh, no. If you have a passport too, when did that come into play? Driver's license for riding a bike, you don't need a passport. It's not an immigration situation. Even if you do, ask for it and I'll provide it kind of thing, right? And then like, oh, now you got to file a lawsuit. For what? They hit me, right? And this is what happens. The one thing I want to say is like, they kind of like shrugged it off after they got caught red-handed lying, and they're gonna move on to just making things short and getting the bike back. But when you do that, this kind of corruption, this kind of stupid behavior from officials in power can continue. If the guy's not gonna lose his job, if he's not gonna be reprimanded in any way, why would he discontinue doing this if it's gonna might potentially bring him some money in the future? That's one thing I think we can all agree on. There should be some consequences for people that try to take advantage of you.
This is what's going to happen. We will accompany you to the office of Colonel Tafalla, and he told us that he will make sure that your motorcycle will taken out of the impounding area. Okay? Sige, thank you.
The motorcycle, you can bring your motorcycle as long as if the court needs, you produce that motorcycle.
Sir, salamat. Nakuha na namin yung motor. I salute you 100 times.
Thank you, Rafi. Appreciate everything you guys did for us. So happy. Thank you.
All right, so you may have noted by his t-shirt, that FUBU shirt, this is a few years old, but there are some lessons we can learn. The first thing is, you might think to yourself, why doesn't this guy just simply use a taxi? It's inexpensive. Why risk driving in the Philippines? Well, or Uber or Grab or something. There's no Uber. Grab or Maxim or Joyride or any of those, apps. Not every city has those, right? Plus, if he's here long-term with a wife, he's going to need his own transportation. So let's put that aside. The second thing, you always want to have a dash cam. These days, it's an absolute necessity. You have to have a dash cam, both rear and front. You never know what can happen. You wouldn't believe how many stories I've heard people saying they simply had to point to the fact they had a dash cam and the whole situation got resolved and nobody tried to strong arm them or scam them or try to take money from them because they're foreigners or whatever. So you have to have a dash cam. The third thing, if you want police officers, the law to be on your side, you got to do your own part. You got to figure out what kind of licensing you need. Is your country's driver's license alone enough? Have you been here over 90 days? Is it still valid? You got to get the proper paperwork so you've done your part legally so the law can actually protect you if something happens. Keep those in mind. I personally would not risk it. Driving in the Philippines is not for the weak. It's not for the newbies or whatever. My biggest thing is because motorbikes come from both sides. It's not something I've ever experienced. I don't know. And right now in Thailand, it's even worse because it's on the opposite side of the road. So unless you feel confident, unless you're a very defensive driver in the Philippines, it's not right of way, it's right of space. Whoever got there first usually has the right of space, not in the right of way. So keep that in mind. Also, if you got a bigger car, usually you have the right of way that way as well. There's a lot of things. The driving culture is very different, so you have to be aware of these things. Up to you. Leave your thoughts down below. What do you think? Share your driving stories, share your traffic stories, share anything you want down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. A different kind of Rafi Tofo. I have to dig deep in the archives to get that for you guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, or if you want to watch the original, go ahead and check it out. Rafi Tofo in action. I'll see you guys next time.